How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to continue to explain the benefits of semen retention. Just so you know, my name is Luke, and I've been practicing semen retention on and off for over 10 years. And I feel like I am someone to speak on the subject since it's been something that's been a part of my life for quite some time. So today's video, we're going to talk about the benefits about practicing this and why you should probably consider it. There's so many benefits on practicing retention. You could literally write a book on it, an encyclopedia. But we don't have that much time. So I'm just going to dabble, on the surface on some of the benefits and why you want to practice it. First of all, semen retention is just the act of refraining from ejaculating for a period of time. So it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be a year, it can even just be a couple of weeks. But when you are on semen retention, you know that you are not going to be ejaculating, or in most cases promoting any sexual activity during that time. Now, when you're someone like myself, I've been doing it on and off for so many years. I practice retention while I'm still sexually active. Sometimes I may just go, be abstinent for a period, or, in most cases, in the last many years of my life, I've been in relationships, so it's hard practicing abstaining from sex while you're in a relationship. But abstaining from ejaculating is possible. Now, just to let you know, most women are not cool with this, but a man should live his life by his own rules and compromise very, very little for the women in his life. So I just want to let you know that when it comes to that. So first thing we're going to talk about is your energy levels. Your energy levels go through the roof. If you notice, after you bust a nut or ejaculate, your energy levels, they deplete. You're very hungry right away. You are very tired and sleepy right away. Your body doesn't feel as dense. That's a good explanation. I notice when I'm on retention for quite some time, I feel more dense. I feel more grounded to the earth. I feel more solid. I feel like there's mass in my body and my bones. After letting one off, that day or the day after, I feel a lot lighter. I feel lighter on my feet. I feel like I could probably fly away or some shit like that. If that gives you a better description on how I feel. So just my personal, when I notice, is that I do feel lighter. So I know that it is a little better when I'm keeping my seed. I feel more stronger. I feel more dense. I feel more grounded to the earth. Another benefit you'll get from retaining your seed is clarity and focus. In the year 2023, there's so many things out there that are robbing you of your focus and that are robbing you of your clarity. Practicing retention will give you back your clarity, will help with your focus, and will help you keep your thoughts on what's important. If you're going to be practicing retention, I would suggest minimizing or detoxing your timeline on your social media platforms, but you want to minimize anything that's going to trigger any sexual thoughts, especially at the beginning of your journey. When you're a 5-7 year practitioner, it's fine. You could see a big booty and appreciate the big booty and completely turn it off and not be drawn or feel like, oh damn, thinking about that all day, because it controls your mind. So keeping your seed will help you stay focused and give you more clarity about anything you're doing in life. Another benefit that I can say from experience is that my overall force is stronger. What do I mean by that? Well, when I'm in the gym, my gym output, and notice that I'm able to go a little further with my progressive overload, I'm able to have a little more endurance in the gym. I'm able to go a little longer, and I'm able to even go a little longer in the bedroom. Like I said, I've been doing this for a few years, so I do practice retention while I'm sexually active. So when I do that, I'm at the point where if I wanted to, I could have sex for an hour and a half, you know, if I wanted to. But at the end of the day, like, who really wants to be in the bed that long? Nobody. All right. So I'm able to do that. The benefit of that is that now when I am active, I am a lot more focused on pleasing my mate, making sure she's reaching climax. And once I know that that's done at least twice, then I know I'm good for the session. You know, it takes some time to get used to the point where you can find some satisfaction and still keep your seat. But that's for another video. So, back on that, you know, you keep a lot of your life force. So instead of expending it every time you ejaculate, your life force is kept for your workouts, for your strength outputs. Like I said, I'm stronger in the gym and I'm stronger in the bedroom, and I have longer endurance. And another thing that I've noticed when I'm on retention, I used to read about this when I first got hip to the subject, but they say that your magnetism goes up. And what I mean, your magnetism, is that your ability to attract and manifest increases while you're on retention. And it makes a lot of sense to me, because it's like, if your semen creates human life, it has so much in it. It's like it has consciousness, it has a spirit in it, and it has, you know, vitamins and nutrients, a whole bunch of stuff in it. If you're constantly expelling it, your frequency might just be not at its highest. You know, a person who's not releasing their seed all the time, their frequency is probably going to be a lot higher. You know, your ability to create makes sense because you're retaining your creation juice instead of just spilling it and wasting it. So with that being said, you're able to manifest things in your life at a quicker speed, with more clarity, and with less anxiety. It's like you know what you need to be doing. And I noticed that when I'm on retention, like things that used to be a question mark up in the air where I didn't know, like, yo, should I go left, should I go right? No, when I'm on retention for a while, it's like I know this is what I need to be doing. I know I need to be going in this direction. So I love that feeling, you know. It's like a catalyst for your manifestation. I'm not saying it's needed, but it does really help, especially if you're training or studying for a big exam, or training for a championships or the playoffs, or if you're an athlete and you're, you know, training for a competition. Being on retention goes so far. When I was a kid, I used to hear that boxers used to go, you know, 30, 60 days without sex before a match. And that explains a lot. You know, they know that your life force matters when it comes to combat and, you know, going against someone else. So, you know, fighters have always practiced that. Fighters have always been familiar with the practice. Whether it had a name or not, they just say just abstaining from sex. You know, but the real formula is just not ejaculating. And, you know, when you get to a point where you're practicing sex and you're still ejaculating, it's next level, but you have to learn your tipping point. You know, because even though you're not hitting climax, sometimes you may cross your tipping point where you're at the brink of coming, or, you know, you're about to come. Like, you don't want to get to that point. You want to build a strong wall, you know, in your root chakra region where it can keep the sperm from coming out, you would say that. So, you know, I hope what everything I talked about gives you a better idea of why you should be practicing retention. And another reason why I love to do it, because it's a form of self-discipline, right? Like us as men, like being born a male, you don't have a choice. But becoming a man is a choice. And practicing self-discipline helps promote becoming a man. I come from a generation where there was a lot of lack of fathers. So a lot of men in my generation grew up in single mother households. And I think it's those men, well, all men, but those men who need to hear it even more. Self-discipline is important. Self-discipline is important, self-discipline. And the first step of self-discipline, as a man, I would say, is knowing how to control your sexual urges. So I hope you found all that information useful. I hope this helps promote your journey in semen retention. I hope it gives you a little more insight about why you should do it and the benefits of it. And hopefully you have a strong No Nut November. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.